Greetings and welcome to the channel. Today's video will be a summary of Feeling is the Secret, Chapter 2, Sleep. Neville Goddard has dedicated an entire chapter of his book, Feeling is the Secret, on sleep. Chapter 2 is one of the most important chapters, and you will see why. Once again, I will try to make a summary under 15 minutes, and I will also give you on-screen notes and separate the video in chapters so it is easier for you to follow along. So, let's get started. Neville starts the chapter by stating, "Sleep, the life that occupies 1/3 of your stay on Earth, is the natural door into the subconscious. Sleep is our doorway into the subconscious mind. When we are awake, the conscious mind guards our subconscious. But when we are asleep, we have access to our subconscious mind, which is the womb of creation, the place where your desires rest before they come into fruition. It is in sleep and in prayer, a state akin to sleep, that man enters the subconscious to make his impressions and receive his instructions. In these states, the conscious and subconscious are creatively joined." In the previous chapter, The Law in its Operation, we discussed how the subconscious works together with the conscious mind for creation, and how the conscious mind impresses ideas onto the subconscious mind, which the subconscious mind manifests into reality. The waking 2/3 of your life on Earth ever corroborates or bears witness to your subconscious impressions. The actions and events of the day are effects, they are not causes. Free will is only freedom of choice. Every event that happens to us and everything in our external world is shaped out of our subconscious mind during sleep. Every subconscious impression has to recreate itself externally to our world, and every feeling we subconsciously have, we come across it in our 3D reality, revealing our inner thoughts solidified. The conditions and events of your life are your children formed from the molds of your subconscious impressions in sleep. They are made in the image and likeness of your innermost feeling that they may reveal you to yourself. Sleep can influence your life and how you manifest a desire, because whatever you believe as true in consciousness while you are falling asleep will be solidified in your world. Whatever you have in consciousness as you go to sleep is the measure of your expression in the waking 2/3 of your life on Earth. We can manifest any desire by feeling as if already having our desire solidified. By feeling as if we have our desires in our possession, or by experiencing this feeling of the wish fulfilled and use this feeling before sleep, our subconscious mind will be impressed with the realness of us having our desire already manifested and will begin to give form and expression into our 3D. Nothing stops you from realizing your objective save your failure to feel that you are already that which you wish to be, or that you are already in possession of the thing sought. Your subconscious gives form to your desires only when you feel your wish fulfilled. The subconscious mind is not selective and will bring into reality whatever we believe or perceive as true to ourselves and others. The unconsciousness of sleep is the normal state of the subconscious. All of creation comes from within us. If we believe that we are the person we want to be and carry this feeling with us to sleep, our subconscious will pick up this idea and start forming this idea into reality. Because all things come from within yourself, and your conception of yourself determines that which comes. You should always feel the wish fulfilled before you drop off to sleep. Be careful. The subconscious will not pick up what you want, but what you feel you are, and whatever you feel as true for others. And that because every person in your reality comes from within us and represents an aspect of ourselves revealed to us externally through our own consciousness. All creation begins in consciousness, and this is the concept of everyone is you pushed out. You never draw out of the deep of yourself that which you want. You always draw that which you are, and you are that which you feel yourself to be as well as that which you feel as true of others. Neville states that to be realized then, the wish must be resolved into the feeling of being or having or witnessing the state sought. So if we want to manifest a desire, what we need to do is either believe we have our wish fulfilled or witness the state with the realization of our desire. And this is exactly why we perform as such the state akin to sleep before sleep. We need to either believe or witness via the creation of an imaginal scene the state where the desire is fulfilled in our imagination, so we can reach the point of belief. So how do you reach this feeling of the wish fulfilled? We can experience this feeling by asking ourselves, how would I feel if my wish was realized? And when we experience this feeling, we try to carry it with us to sleep, because the doors to the subconscious are open and it is easier to impress it with our desire before sleep. This is accompanied by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The feeling which comes in response to the question, how would I feel were my wish realized? Is the feeling which should monopolize and immobilize your attention as you relax into sleep. You must be in the consciousness of being or having that which you want to be or have before you drop off to sleep. Neville reveals that once asleep, man has no freedom of choice. His entire slumber is dominated by his last waking concept of self. So before sleep, we should always be immersed in the feeling of satisfaction and accomplishment to carry with the state when we meet with our subconscious during sleep, because our subconscious will see us as we feel ourselves to be. If, as you prepare for sleep, you assume and maintain the consciousness of success by feeling I am successful, you must be successful. The acceptance of the end will bring the means of the realization. Next, Neville shows us how to perform such before sleep, the state akin to sleep. Lie flat on your back with your head on a level with your body. Feel as you would were you in possession of your wish and quietly relax into unconsciousness. So, by feeling or witnessing via imagination the state of the wish fulfilled, our subconscious mind will express our beliefs into the 3D. Night after night, you should assume the feeling of being, having, and witnessing that which you seek to be, possess, and see manifested. Never go to sleep feeling discouraged or dissatisfied. Never sleep in the consciousness of failure. Your subconscious, whose natural state is sleep, sees you as you believe yourself to be, and whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, the subconscious will faithfully embody your belief. Later on, Neville talks about signs. If we assume the state of the wish fulfilled, our subconscious, by experiencing this feeling, will begin to mirror it externally, so this feeling solidifies in our 3D. If we believe in our consciousness that we are in the desired state, then we will see the proof of it externally. To assume the feeling of satisfaction is to call conditions into being, which will mirror satisfaction. Signs follow, they do not precede. Proof that you are will follow the consciousness that you are, it will not precede it. We can create anything as long as we can imagine and feel as true. There are no limitations to our creative powers. Everything starts in consciousness as imagination, and the only thing to do is to feel as true the desired state. You have nothing to do but convince yourself of the truth of that which you desire to see manifested. As soon as you succeed in convincing yourself of the reality of the state sought, results follow to confirm your fixed belief. Neville also talks about failure. Failure is nothing more than inability to convince yourself for the realization of your desire and the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Realization of your wish is accomplished by assuming the state of the wish fulfilled. You cannot fail unless you fail to convince yourself of the reality of your wish. A change of belief is confirmed by a change of expression. Now, Neville also talks about free will. Man believes that he has free will because he keeps forgetting the link between his imagination and the event that took place externally. His illusion of free will, his belief in freedom of action, is but ignorance of the causes which make him act. He thinks himself free because he has forgotten the link between himself and the event. There is no free will except the free will to choose the mood, feeling, and concept of self that we believe to be real. Every action we take originates from the belief of our self-concept and state we occupy. Everything falls under the law of consciousness. Unless you go to sleep with a determined attitude of mind and focus on a specific goal or desire, you will take with you to sleep all feelings and reactions of that day. Since feelings and reactions are felt, they make subconscious impressions and they will be externalized. So they are the cause of future action and expression. So there is no free will other than to choose our feelings and reactions to life. The acceptance of the end automatically wills the means of realization. Make no mistake about this. If you prepare for sleep, you do not consciously feel yourself into the state of the answered wish, then you will take with you into the chamber of her who conceived you the sum total of the reactions and feelings of the waking day. And while asleep, you will be instructed in the manner in which they will be expressed tomorrow. You will rise believing that you are a free agent, not realizing that every action and event of the day is predetermined by your concept of self as you fell asleep. Your only freedom then is your freedom of reaction. You are free to choose how you feel and react to the day's drama, but the drama, the actions, events and circumstances of the day have already been determined. And that was the end of our video. Thanks for watching.